My name is Claire Muselman, and this is my time to shine. So I want to give a shout out to my Vannas for those that are in the classroom. You are getting cookies as they shine bright. Yeah, I'll start with that. So I am from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and I have a beautiful daughter named Sadie. And I'm going to spend, my mission in life is to spend the rest of my life making other people's lives feel less broken. So I'm adopted. I was in the foster care system, so I'm not going to go through my childhood. So we'll just start. So literally, I am all things glitter and sparkles. I'm wearing this amazing glitter suit that I found from Express because I can still shop there apparently a little bit. Literally, everything that I've done when it comes to my career is always about trying to give back to other people and make them feel more whole. So I ended up in the workers' compensation space, and we joke that this is like my real life picture because it's usually what the company uses when we're out doing speaking engagements. For Halloween, I was a glitter queen as well, so that's where the crown came from. And I do keep it in my office for days that I'm not feeling overly excited about life. So my home is in workers' compensation. I've been in workers' compensation for 16 years. I love this industry. I will do everything I possibly can to change the face of it from looking very black and gray and making it much more colorful, glittery, and sparkles. So I have the first ever workers recovery unit. So workers' compensation tends to be very mundane. It's very statute driven. It is very just not fun. If you've ever had a workers' compensation claim, the system is very tricky. It's challenging to navigate, and it's not fun. So my team is the first ever workers recovery unit where we focus on emotional intelligence, empathy, and customer centricity. We train our staff on how to motivationally interview, what psychosocial issues are, and what social determinants of health are and how they impact someone's healing process. So super fun that we're doing a poverty simulation today because it's a massive factor in how people heal and recover. So we celebrated our 3rd anniversary yesterday. It's very exciting because it's the first one I love it. So this is my team. They also won the 2020 In Touch Award. So In Touch is a group that is actually voted on by workers' compensation professionals, and my team won last year for being who they are and making a difference. And so it's really fantastic. And cool shout out, Jessica is on there. So we really try to make people feel seen, heard, acknowledged. We send out cards to our injured workers. We make sure that we touch point with their family members if they're having issues throughout this. It's really taking a human to human connection piece and really focusing on that for people's recoveries. I also love to public speak. I am really running out of time. Okay. I love to public speak. Being the first ever workers recovery unit, I got a lot of opportunities to go and speak to other insurance companies and kind of around the industry about what makes us different and why it matters that we're different. My first one was with Iowa Ortho back in 2019, and since then I spoke 48 times on the topic of humanity in claims and humanity in workers' compensation and insurance. It's my absolute favorite topic. I could talk about it forever. I also have a podcast. So if you don't listen, Erin listens, so shout out to Erin. We do have a podcast. We actually just started recording season 2 yesterday. It is on Apple iTunes. If you listen to it, please give us a shout out on iTunes. It's been really fun. It's all things insurance. I also started a group called The Transition. So the insurance industry has 400,000 open workers or open positions, and we have done a really bad job of attracting, retaining, and developing talent. So we decided to put our money where our mouth is, and myself and those 4 other gentlemen with me created this group called The Transitions, where we're actually making a webinar series that is currently actually deploying right now. It is 13 webinars long, and it teaches people how to do a knowledge transfer, and you actually get a playbook as you go through the webinars. They're free, they're on YouTube, they're on LinkedIn. Our goal is really to make the transition process throughout generations, make it realistic, and let every organization be able to make the transition process. I also am a professor at Drake. So shout out to Drake University, yay! I teach business and public communication. I teach compensation and benefits and leadership 101. Love teaching at Drake, it's fantastic. I am also the Iowa ambassador for the Alliance of Women Workers' Compensation, which really helps the whole women helping women empowerment basis. I adore this organization. We meet every Friday right now, just doing human connection type touch points. This month we are covering finance. I am also a writer or a contributor to Just Begin magazine. It is a digital magazine and it is beautiful. I sent Kara a copy of this past month's. It's all about empowerment and self-care and how you take care of yourself, especially during the pandemic. They debuted last June and it couldn't have been at a better time. These are the other organizations that I spend my time at because I love workers' compensation. I love everything that we do. I love the insurance industry. Special shout out to Kids Chance, is a nonprofit organization that fundraises for children whose parents have died and they work comp injury, and they provide scholarships to make sure that kids still move on and whatnot. And then, yeah. I also volunteer at the National Leadership Academy. This is an organization out in Colorado where we go for like 4 days, and we take students from homeless shelters all the way up through the elite of the elite. And these kids come together, we go do mission work, and we teach people what heart-led servant leadership is. And by the end of the 3 days or 4 days that we're together, the kids are talking to each other about how much they love one another, because it's really getting people to understand the power of human connection and making great things happen for one another. This will be my 7th year doing that. And then I'm also going through CAS Level. And this is my beautiful daughter. She's amazing. She's 12. And our dog, Teddy, and that is my family. And she is, I hate the term family just because of my upbringing. So I call her my appendage, because she is literally my mini-me. And I love her. She's wonderful. And then I love this Apple quote. I feel like this is exactly like my role and mission in the insurance space. So here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs and square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them, but the only thing that you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward, and while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do, and I plan on fully leaving my mark in workers' compensation. And Erin, shout out to you. While you have a baby coming in July, I will be a doctor in 2 weeks. Bye.